Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. This is going to be more of a laid back video. I just want to share my opinion on the markets and also sharing what you should and shouldn't be doing in these highly volatile, highly stressful, confusing times. Especially if you're a beginner, I understand how complex and confusing everything is with so many different things happening and the prices all over the board from higher to lower. It's like, what should I do? Well, hopefully by the end of this video, you will have a better idea on the smartest, safest strategy. So before we start, make sure to smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe. If you're new, I post daily videos. Let's see if this video can get 200 likes. Everyone go like the video right now if you love precious metals. So the video is titled, Do Not Panic Sell. And that's because prices, when they vary from higher to lower, or if they were supposed to go higher and didn't exceed your expectations, sometimes people lose faith in the markets and they want to get out. They want to get out. Even if you broke even, you want to get out. And that's the wrong type of mentality to have. You're selling yourself short. Impulse buying and panic selling are single-handedly the worst things you can do with any investment. That's when a lot of emotions are attached to these markets. You're not really thinking rationally. You're not looking at these markets realistically. You are basically trying to use your willpower, your emotions, your heart to move the markets. And that's not how they work. They work realistically, fundamentally, and technically. And you have to look at it from an analytical point of view more than from your own willpower. I understand that you've been stacking for a while and you want the markets to do this, or you think they should be doing this and they're not moving the way. I get it. But sometimes it's better to step back and just look at the markets for what they are. That's going to save yourself from impulse buying and panic selling. So let's say you do want to sell a little bit. Let's say you do want to liquidate some of your stacks. Silver prices are up a little bit. Let's say it's in the $20 range or mid $20 range. And you want to make sure you get some of those profits. Well, there's a smarter way to do that. Instead of just dumping your whole stack on your local coin shop's table and cashing it all in, you want to do it in increments. Because what if you sold your entire silver stack right then at $23? But what if over the next 3 to 6 months, what if it goes up to $35? You could have got an extra $10 per ounce for your stack. And that could be a life-changing difference, especially if you have thousands of ounces. Do the math. So the smartest way to do it is have a safety net. Say you're not going to sell under a certain price, X amount of dollars, and you're not going to buy above a certain price. So that will save you from impulse buying as well. Now, when you're doing in increments, that's allowing you to keep an eye on the market. Maybe you sell 15% of your stack at $23, and then you hold off for a bit. If it looks like the prices are going to go higher, then maybe you'll see if the top is around $28 or whatever the case is. Maybe it's holding around $28, then you sell another 20%, see what the markets go. If it looks like it's going to go downwards, then maybe it's time to hold off. Holding off isn't always the worst case scenario. A lot of times people think they need to be always making some type of move in the markets, whether it's buying, selling, or trading. But sometimes holding is the best thing to do. Sometimes holding is definitely the safest option. That's what I'm doing right now. Especially back when there was huge premiums on American Eagles. Even though the spot price of silver was $12, American Eagles was still selling for $20. That's not necessarily the right time to buy. Just because spot price is down doesn't mean you're paying that price. So you don't want to gyp yourself, right? You don't want to always have to be buying or selling. Sometimes the smartest thing to do is hold. So when I'm looking at silver prices and I'm looking in the future, I'm going to kind of share where they could be going, because first off, the everyday price of silver is irrelevant to me. I have to, I still check the prices every day just to keep an eye on the markets, and I have to, kind of look to see where they could be headed because I have a YouTube channel. But, If I was just at home being a normal silver stacker that didn't have a YouTube channel, I wouldn't check the price every day because the price is irrelevant. Now, there can be benefits if you check every day if you are looking to sell in the near or short term or the shorter future. But if you're not planning on selling for 10, 15, 20 years down the line, then the spot price of silver is definitely irrelevant. So I pass the question to you. What does your exit strategy look like? How long until you're going to sell? Is it going to be 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line, or are you never going to sell? You're going to pass it down to your kids or grandkids. This is going to allow you to kind of get a grip on your strategy and what types of silver you should or should not be stacking. Because if you're not planning on selling for another 10, 20 years, then you're gonna be stacking different types of silver apart from the person that's gonna be selling in 1 to 2 years, right? If you're selling in 1 to 2 years, then you should not bother with American Eagles or coins, Bullion coins, because let's face it, spot price isn't going to have that much time to appreciate. So there's no point in buying an American Eagle and selling it in a year because spot price won't really have time to move. If you do stack some of these other coins like pandas or kookaburras within the next 2-3 years, they might double in price. I mean, more than likely, you know, they're going to be on the shorter end. If you really want a coin to appreciate, you have to give it at least 5-6 years time. That will allow the coin to really gain some collector value, especially if it's a coin like a panda or kookaburra. If you look at the older coins like the 2013 pandas now, they're going for a hefty premium. And you know, it takes time. You can't just expect to buy silver and flip it overnight. That's more of a numismatic way to do it, and you got to be careful. There is risks involved. You know, if you're going to be spending if you're going to pay a $30 premium on a coin, you got to remember that if that coin gets scratched or dinged up or whatever, the milk spotted, the entire premium of that coin is gone. You're going to have to sell it for spot price. You're gonna have to sell for spot price. So these markets are definitely in an interesting area right now. This last part of the video, I'm gonna kind of just lay back and just share my opinion. So right now, I think markets are in a safe place. I definitely think that silver's price is steady enough in this mid $17 range that we don't have to worry about, the price going too much lower. I still think I'm more bullish for silver in the medium to long term. The short term is irrelevant. It could go back, it could go lower. There still could be a correction. I think we have found some stability around this mid $17 range, which is definitely going to be beneficial. If you want silver to rally on to that $20 range that we need. If it breaks above the July 2016 high of $21, I think the sky is going to be the limit, and I think it's going to catch a lot of people off guard, whether or not they think that silver could outperform gold or not. I definitely think that silver is going to be a bigger player in the game than people understand or think or assume, especially once demand starts to pick up and once the price starts to pick up. It's going to be, your friends or family is going to be talking about it just like Bitcoin, back a couple of years ago. Bitcoin went from, nothing to a household name that everyone was talking about. Coinbase was the #1 downloaded app on Android and iOS for a time in there. And that just shows that people do want to invest, people do want to make money. It's just sometimes they don't know how or they don't know what, they don't have the information. And I definitely think the more information is going to get out, the word is going to get spread, news articles are going to be written about it. You're going to hear it a lot more, and I definitely think that silver is going to be a big catalyst in that, especially since it has so much potential and it's a lot more affordable than gold. People do want to invest in the gold. I just think they don't understand that you can do it in increments. A lot of times when I tell people, gold spot price, they say, "Oh, I have to pay $1,700 for an ounce." No, you can pay $100 if you want. You can pay $20. You can get a 1 gram gold bar. A lot of times people don't understand. It's just a lack of knowledge, and educating people, informing people on the potential, on the possibilities that arise is definitely going to be a big learning curve. Because right now, the weaker hands are the people that aren't so sure, or the ones that don't have that money. A lot of times people are living paycheck to paycheck and they're trying to invest, and the first sign of a struggle, the first car payment that comes up, they sell all their silver, they sell their Bitcoin, or they sell their stocks, and that's that. The people that truly understand, that have, and that's the thing, is before you start investing, you want to make sure you have fiat currency saved, because if not, you're going to end up selling your silver, your gold at the first time there's a medical bill or emergency comes up. So you want to save fiat currency first. And a lot of people are just bad with money. A lot of people just don't understand the value of a dollar. A lot of people don't know how to separate their wants versus needs. A lot of people don't know that just because you can buy something doesn't mean you can afford to buy it. A lot of people just like spending money. It's the addiction. It's addictive to just, have money, having the power, knowing you can get what you want, and they'll spend it till it's gone, and then they wish they had more. And like next time they're gonna try to save it, and then next time comes around and they've already spent it before they even get it. Like with the stimulus package, the $1,200. I bet most people that $1,200 lasted a week, around a week or so. It's sad to say, but it's the truth. They didn't invest a penny of it. They have nothing to show for it till this day, and that just shows, the lack of maturity that people have. So hopefully the people that understand silver, I know people like you and I, we stack silver, we understand all this stuff, but if there is going to be new money coming into the markets, it's definitely going to be from a different angle, a different type of person, and hopefully they come around and stick and see the potential in it. So anyways, that's just my opinion on the markets right now. I definitely think it's going to be interesting times coming up with the 2020 presidential election. I think there's going to be a lot of interesting things going on that could influence the price for higher or for lower, but mainly it's looking towards the upside. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you thought this video was educational, informational, or at least just entertaining, make sure to smash that like button. Let's see if this video can get 200 likes. Everyone go like the video right now. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.